Yeah. Yes, hello and welcome to the next Lukozer retro game review video. And for this one, it is a game which was described on the Zeus Daz video showing this particular title as a true classic from the golden age of Amiga gaming that should not be forgotten. I don't think I'm going to be giving away too many sort of spoilers if I say I don't entirely agree with that. So, in my last video I reviewed the masterpiece that is Wild Streets for the Commodore Amiga, and I got a comment saying that as I was on a Titus roll, I should review the Blues Brothers. Well, I wasn't really on a Titus roll. That was the first Titus game I'd done for a while, and I've never played the Blues Brothers. I've never even seen the film. More to the point, I have no wish to do either of those things. So I figured, well, Titus is the gift that keeps on giving. I mean, if you feel the need to, you know, let off steam, or in my case, spew bile at, you know, something that is absolutely deserving of it, then Titus are the go-to people. Because shit is the only thing they are capable of churning out. So with that in mind, we have Fire and Forget for the Commodore Amiga, which was released in 1989. I think it was 89, it might have been 88, which does kind of beg the question as, you know, what the fucking hell was Zeus Daz talking about, referring to either 88 or 89 as the golden era of Amiga gaming? 89? I'm thinking about it, did the Amiga even have a golden era? I mean, it had, you know, there are some really great Amiga games, and there are a few, like, you know, pretty good games, but most Amiga games were shit. It's one of the reasons why I haven't covered very many. I think this is the 150th Amiga game that I've done. What an illustrious title for the 150th. But I mean, I've done more than twice that many Commodore 64 games. You know, I just don't look back on the Amiga era with any real sort of, you know, sense of nostalgia. It was a great computer, but most games for it were forgettable at best. But rest assured, I do have one decent Amiga game coming up. Anyway, so with this thing, yeah, you'll spot quite quickly that they used an awful lot of assets from a previous game of theirs, and you do wonder, why did they do that? I mean, well, let's just get a game underway and I'll show you what I mean. So we'll do level 1, one player. So we can now choose your conflict, prepare for battle. I don't know if Titus were English, but I mean, choose your conflict, prepare for battle. That says, you know. Anyway, I get the impression this is one of the easier levels to start off with. So we'll start in India, and here we are. So I'm pretty much just travelling in a straight line, and I've just run out of fuel. I mean, the game is absolute shite, but that was probably the worst go I've had of it ever. That is the only time I've ever failed to get off level 1. Oh, fucking hell. But of course, it would do that because I'm now recording this fucking thing. So, oh, fuck off. How did that go get on the high score sheet? As you can see from the top score there, I've already sort of given a pretty good idea of what I think of the game. So let's try that again, shall we? Well, I'll start in India again because, like I say, I do get the impression that that is, well, supposed to be one of the easier levels. So here we go then. So once again, just yeah, travelling in a straight line and trying to pick up fuel and destroy everything else that comes along. Now, the problem with trying to pick up fuel is that the fuel droplets, the blue ones anyway, look exactly the same as the mines that appear in the road. And until you are about 2 pixels away from them, you really can't tell if, you know, these blue things are going to be fuel or mines. So there we go, we made it to that one, or through that one. I have now shown you the whole thing. Let's head up and check out the snowy area. Now, I'll also point out, for this review, I'm not using WinUAE, I'm using FSUAE, because for some reason, no disk image I used. Hang on, it's sending me down that fork in the road, even though I actually wanted to take the other one. Yeah. Anyway, yes, so I'm using FSUAE for this because WinUAE just did not want to work. It would not let me use any of the disk images. That is the second shittiest go I've ever had of this game. What the fuck is going on? I think it's because I'm actually recording it now. It's decided to say, right, we're going to make you look like a cunt because we know that you're going to be sitting there saying this game's a pile of shite, which it fucking is. So, right, okay, one more go. And we'll go straight to the north this time. Fuck off, India. I'm sick of trying to do that level, even if I did get through it in the second attempt. Anyway, let's get the review on the way then, shall we? Graphically, it's fucking bland. I can't say the graphics are shit until you look at the roadside graphics there, which are just basically random pixels thrown about all over the place. Whether they're white or grey. The road routine and roadside graphics and the way that the background graphics are all laid out, yes, they are taken straight from Crazy Cars because, well, Crazy Cars was such a great Titus game. Yes, they should reuse all the assets from it for this fucking piece of shit. So, yeah, I'm not exaggerating. The road routine is... Let's do the India one now. The road routine and all of the road graphics are taken straight from Crazy Cars. There is one difference. The road is now absolutely fucking billiard table flat. There are no gradients, no bumps in the road, no fuck all nothing. The audio, the explosions sounds, you know, a bit meaty. They are pretty good, but that's about the only sound effect that's actually impressive. The music that appears on the title page when you first load the game is a shitty fucking loop. It's about 45 seconds long at best before it just loops around again. I fucking hate games that do that. To get through that one. So yeah, the audio is very basic but okay, I guess. Let's go sound. There we go. Actually, I didn't say much about the graphics other than all the Crazy Cars assets. All of the like obstacles and things, whether they're, you know, the helicopters or whatever, or the tanks or the fuel that you have to pick up, as once again I fuck it up. Yeah, they all appear so fucking quickly that you have pretty much no time at all to react. So they look like shit. It was a surprise. I can't believe I'm about to have another go of this fucking shite. Let's start in Dakar then. At least I assume that's supposed to be Dakar. Fuck me, Dakar has got a bit lush over the years. Dakar is it's the Sahara Desert. It's fucking green. So yeah, so you know, there are additional graphics, but they are horribly defined, and they appear on screen for so short a time because they're all coming along so quickly that you can't really see what the fuck they're meant to be anyway. Oh, fuck off. And then the gameplay. The gameplay is fucking shit. It's Crazy Cars with a slight shoot 'em up, you know, aspect added on top of it. But the shoot 'em up part of it has been added so fucking. Let's check out the Middle East. The shoot 'em up part has just been added, or it has literally just been slapped on there. They just said, oh, "Fuck it, that'll do." And you know, well, I mean, this is Titus we're talking about. You don't seriously expect anything else, do you? The rate that your fuel, you know, goes down is fucking ludicrous. You know, so it doesn't really matter what the fucking hell you're doing in the game. You know, actually, as far as trying to get anywhere, all you are concerned with is just making sure you get the fuel, because otherwise you are not going to get fuck all nowhere. And even if you do actually get somewhere, okay, let's do Colombia, because I think this is the only level I haven't shown you yet. Even if you do get somewhere, every level is nigh on identical. So Colombia, which is a bit sort of like jungly in a lot of places, but now it looks like the Sahara Desert, whereas Paris, Dakar, the Dakar area, that was as lush as... I mean, the game is just a fucking monstrous shit pile. Look at it! For fuck's sake! What the fuck is this? And like all the other Titus games, this was full price. This was at least 25 quid. So you'd gone and got your Amiga in 88 or 89, and you fucking go out and spend 25 quid on an action racing game which reminds you of Road Blasters. You think, God, that looks fucking action-packed and thrilling. And you get home and you load it up and your 25 quid gives you this. What a fucking sack of shite. It has, like everything Titus do, it has no redeeming qualities at all. All they've done is taken crazy cars and thought, right, let's give the car a gun. Right, here we go, job done. Now let's release this. It is... I mean, it is not the worst game Titus have ever released. But, I mean, that is about as faint as praise gets. It's not the worst game Titus have released. Oh, fucking hell. What is that saying? That just makes people think, well, what the fuck is the worst game Titus have released? And I really can't actually even begin to answer that one. The worst game Titus have released. Well, I think it's got to be Dick Tracy. I think that has to be their worst. So you think that the company that have released this fucking load of bollocks are capable of releasing far, far worse. And I am doing a pretty good job of illustrating just how random playing this is. Because the first go I didn't get off level 1. Second go I think it was level 2, I actually got to it but got fuck all nowhere then. And the third. And now I'm on the penultimate stage. And I've got through the penultimate stage, so I've got one more stage to go. Does that really mean I am on the verge of completing this fucking shite? So South Africa is the only level left. Alright, let's see what the fuck happens here. So we're into what a lush looking South Africa. I mean, I know South Africa is not exactly a desert fucking wasteland, but it's not as lush as this. How green is this place? Oh, fucking hell. What the fuck? The fuel bar was, and then suddenly just boom, all the way down the bottom. Oh, fuck. This game really can fuck off. So I think, yeah, that's me at top place on the high score sheet. As you've seen, it does save your high scores. So let's make sure that we can have the high score showing a pretty good summary of the game. So there we go. Fucking shite. Absolutely right on the nose with that one. This game is utter fucking shite. I rate it 0.5 out of 10. The explosions sound okay. So it did something right. So there you go. That is Fire and Forget for the Commodore Amiga. Yet another fucking typical Titus shitbox. 0.5 out of 10. That brings this review to an end. And we'll see you on the next one.